Oh boy, it's been a while since I've recorded one of these. So now, and I'll tell you why. I actually was recording this. Not recording it. I played like the first 4 tracks that I had set up for this list for this episode, and realized that I didn't hit the record button. So I was just rambling on without any recording. So I just about a good 15 minutes of content was just lost to nothing. Welcome back to the Chaz Sound Test. It's been 5 months since I've recorded an episode. It was December when episode 14 came out. It's, as of this recording, it's May now, so that's pretty bad. Reasons why I haven't recorded one. Life. Work ramped up. Getting back into school again. I went to a tournament in April I got third in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I got sick a couple times. I went to MagFest a few minutes earlier than that. I also was sick there. It sucks. And a lot of video games came out. Like, a lot of things happened, actually. Let's see. A bunch of new Let's Plays started on the channel. Jump Force came out and we recorded that, and it's exactly what I expected it to be. Not to say it is bad. It's kind of bad, but I still enjoy it. Avengers Endgame came out, and I actually cried during a movie, which rarely happens. What else? That Sonic movie trailer came out, and we're going to talk about that later. So, let's just put a pin on that one. Quite a few things happened, but I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get started with some music, because I'm still kind of frustrated that I've played the first 4 songs without realizing that I didn't hit the record button. So let's start with let me get to that first. I actually played Sonic Robo Blast Kart 2, which is a fan-made Sonic racing game based on the Doom engine, and it actually plays really, really well. It's super fun. Julian, Mark, and I recorded it for the channel, and it will be up shortly. You think all Sega would have to do is just take the Mario Kart engine and put Sonic characters in it and be done with it? But no, they have to do different things, which I respect at the same time. But it's like, it's not working, and but like, just do what Nintendo did. But it's, I guess it's a pride thing, or they just don't have access to the engine. Whatever. The game's fun. I'm gonna play a song from that first. Northern District Zone, which is actually a song called Broken Moon by Tokyo Active NEET. And I think Tokyo Active NEET is Toho related. I'm not really sure. I'm not really in that fandom. I don't really understand that series. So I'm going to play that first. I'm going to play a song from Strikey Sisters, which is a game by DYA Games. They released that. They released another game called Bot Vice, which I think is really fun. They're both Strikey Sisters and Bot Vice are on Switch now, so I recommend both of those games. They released a third game that was like a shmup that I never played. I forget what it's called, but that looks cool. I'm gonna, like, in that game, Strikey Sisters is just Breakout or Arkanoid or whatever, that game where you hit the ball towards the platforms back and forth. That is that game, but Strikey Sisters has a plot revolved around it. And you face bosses, and one of the bosses is named Nabel, and his or her theme, I haven't gotten that far in the game. I'm probably going to play that game more today. Nabel's theme is cool. I'm going to play that next, after Broken Moon. And thirdly, Julian and I recently started, well, it hasn't started yet, so this is a spoiler technically. Julian and I are going to start an LP of Shantae Half Genie Hero that's going to go up sometime, probably around the time where Mark goes to Japan, which will be in a couple weeks. So we're going to play that. I'm going to play a song from that, specifically the first stage from Shantae Half Genie Hero. It's called Dance Through the Danger. I called it Dance Through something else during the not real recording, but it's Dance Through the Danger. I got it right this time. I'm going to play that third. So Broken Moon from Sonic Racing game, Nabel's theme from Strikey Sisters, and then Shantae Half Genie Hero of the first stage called Dance Through the Danger. Yes, I got it right this time. I know what I got mixed up from last time. I called the song "Dance Through the Darkness" because that's literally part of the refrain of the song, and I thought that was what that was. It's not. It's "Dance Through the Danger" from Shantae half Genie Hero, composed by Jake Kaufman and sung by the lovely Christina Vee, who's like everywhere in voice acting now. She's literally in everything. What are we gonna talk about? That Sonic movie. I mean, I'm surprised how many people are actually disappointed, because like, excuse me, as I said on social media, like, that trailer was just encompasses everything that's wrong with Sonic. Like, that trailer was so on brand for a Sonic related thing that you can't really be mad at it. I mean, or disappointed. I mean, like, okay, this is like what, the 40th dumb Sonic thing that's come out in the past 10 years. I mean, like, I have low expectations for that franchise at this point. I mean, like, Sonic Mania was like a diamond in the rough for that franchise, and then Sonic Forces immediately came out after that, and it was like, yep, back to status quo. This is what we expect. So I'm not really mad at it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm probably gonna see it. Probably be intoxicated when we see it. Don't drink and drive, kids. But I'm gonna see it, and it's probably gonna be stupid. I mean, like, you know, this isn't new for video game movies either. I mean, like, before this, I mean, like, the Mario Brothers movie wasn't great either. It's kind of stupid. It was fun stupid, but it was stupid. I expect this to be the same thing. Same thing with the Street Fighter live action movie. It was dumb. It was fun, but it was stupid. Same with, what else? The Double Dragon movie and the second Mortal Kombat movie. The first one was actually decent. I mean, it wasn't a masterpiece or anything, but the first one was good. I liked it. I own it on DVD. But anyway, Sonic movie is crap, and it looks like crap, but I expected it to be crap, and I'm going to the theater expecting it to be crap. And Gangsta's Paradise is in the trailer, and it's so weird. But I like that. I like that a lot. I don't understand why it's there, but I think that's why it's funny. Let's get to the next set of songs before I just ramble on about nothing. Kizuna Encounter, which is a super obscure SNK fighting game. I think characters from that game showed up as bonus strikers in King of Fighters 2000. I think that was the last time. That's the last time I remember seeing those characters get referenced in anything else that's not their own game. There was actually two Kizuna Encounter games. There was the first one called Savage Rain, and the second one was called Kizuna Encounter Super Tag Battle, which are both part of the Fuin arc of games. So there's only two of them, and that's what they're called in Japan, but whatever. It's a really unique tag fighting game. You had to be in like tag zones in order to tag in and out. It's fun. I liked it. I played it for my channel, youtube.com/CJ I played it on the channel, and it was fun. We may play it for Battle Archives later down the line. Who knows? But it was a fun game. And the music's really good. At least the arranged soundtrack's really good. I can't speak for the OST, but that's usually what I say about SNK games anyway. I'm going to play 3 songs from that game because the AST is really great. And they all have Japanese titles, so I'm going to butcher them. I'm sorry. You got Slum Machi, followed by Kimyou Na Kuukan, and then Risurio is the third song. So that's Slum Machi, Kimyou Na Kuukan, and Risurio from Kizuna Encounter arranged soundtrack. My mistake. I actually got the last two tracks confused. Risurio was second, and Kimyou Na Kuukan was third. My bad. And Kimyou Na Kuukan fucking rocks. That song is awesome. That was the final boss theme, by the way. Um, that's a really fun game. It's on Kizuna Encounter Fu and Super Combo, which is both the first and the second game, are on PSN for like $7 or something like that. The only problem is they're the Japanese versions, so if you were playing through arcade mode, you're not gonna know what's going on in the story like I did. What else can we talk about? Jump Force came out back in February, and it's okay. it's not terrible, especially if you play those super arena fighters who fly around, you dash. Pretty much the typical Namco Bandai affair. They're fine. I don't think it's like it's not a AAA title like they made it out to be, which come on, if you knew it was a friggin' Shonen Jump game, you knew it wasn't gonna be that. When we played the game first for the channel and for the stream, I enjoyed it. I mean, for what it is, it's cool. My only problem with that game is, well, one of my main problems is twofold really. The models they don't look great. They look really robotic and plasticky, and they look like toys. Whereas the prior game that came out like 5 or 6 years ago, J-Star's Victory Versus, the models looked fantastic in that game. Like the characters looked like they straight up jumped out of a manga page and onto a video game screen. The models in that game looked awesome. The con of that game was it played like crap. It's like, which is the opposite of Jump Force. Jump Force actually plays pretty decently, but the game looks like trash. And what was my other complaint? My other complaint was the roster. It's supposed to be this game was released to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jump. Shonen Jump's been around for 50 years. That's a pretty big deal. But the only problem is, like, for the most part, it was the roster consists mostly of Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto characters. It was there was little sprinkles of other characters in there, like Kenshin and Shishio were in there. That's cool, even though they were in the last game. Jotaro and Dio from JoJo's got in there, like JoJo Part 3 got in there. That's cool. Ryo Saiba from City Hunter, which is a super obscure pick. Now and I love that anime, so I'm happy that got some sort of inclusion. That was rad. That's it. Like, there wasn't a lot of other noteworthy characters from other franchises. I mean, you had like Yusuke and Tagoro, but they were in the last game too. You had some Hunter x Hunter characters in there, like the ones you'd expect, like Gon, Killua, Hisoka. Kurapika's in the game now. Too bad he's not great in the game, but he's there. That's cool. That was it. Like, Kenshiro is in the game, but Rao's not in it. Come on, you need to have both him and Rao in the game. Like, they were both in the last game. Like, why isn't Rao there now? Anyway, I'm gonna play a song from that game. That's what I'm talking about this right now. In the game, it's supposed to be like kind of a weird Mortal Kombat situation where like the Shonen Jump realm is merging with the real world, and then there's like things from the Jump verse are merging with the real world, like friggin' Frieza spaceships in New York for some reason, and Konoha is fusing with like Spain. It's weird. It's really weird. But the Hong Kong stage is the only memorable stage from that song in that game that I really liked. What else can I talk about? Yes. Avengers Endgame came out. This is gonna be a complete non sequitur episode, by the way. Avengers Endgame came out. It was one of the few movies I actually cried during several times. Like, but it's expected. It was really well written, and you follow that franchise. You followed the MCU franchise for about for 11 years. You expect to get some emotional attachment to those characters and everything, but that's that. As for Jump Force, I don't recommend paying $60 for that game. I didn't either, to be honest. I had a gift card, so if you're really into Shonen Jump and you're like a collector of those arena fighter games, definitely get it. Definitely get it when it's cheaper. I think it's already cheaper now. I think it's like $30 now. I'll check like while the songs are playing. The three other songs I'm gonna play in this chunk are completely unrelated. Like we got I'm gonna play Strange Sunset from Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha again, but it's not the same version. This is an extended version, which I didn't know existed until about maybe a month ago. It has an intro in it that's not in the original version that's in the game. Also, there's different instruments being played in this as well. So, you'll enjoy that. So I'm going to play that first, actually. Strange Sunset Extended from Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. Then I'm going to play the Hong Kong theme from Jump Force. I'm going to play the Warp Gate song from Guardians Crusade, which is an RPG from PS1 that I've always wanted to play, but I've never gotten around to play it. And then, fourthly, I'm going to play a song from that Secret of Mana remake, the PS4 remake. The track's called Secret of Arid Sands. I don't recommend playing that game. At least not the remake. The remake doesn't, like, visually, it doesn't look great. It looks kind of like it looks like it could have been a DS game, or excuse me, a 3DS game at least. It looks like it could have been a 3DS game on PS4. It's really strange looking. The best thing about it is probably the arranged soundtrack. The game crashed a lot, and I thought it was just me. But then I looked online. A lot of other people were having that same issue with the game. So like the game, unless it since it came out it was patched or something, maybe they fixed a lot of the crashing. But like I had a lot of issues where the game would just crash out of nowhere. So like a 30-hour game turned to maybe like a 50-hour game because I had to restart a lot. But maybe, like I said, it's possible they fixed it since then, but I beat the game, so I have no reason to go back to it ever. But, so I'm going to play 4 songs in a row. This doesn't happen very often, but Strange Sunset Extended from Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha, the Hong Kong theme from Jump Force, Guardians Crusade, the Warp Gate theme from that game, a super obscure JRPG I never played, always wanted to play, but I never played it, and finally, Secret of the Arid Sands from the Secret of Mana remake on PS4 that came out last year. that's by far one of the best things about the arranged soundtrack from that game is that song. I would say go as far as to say that Secret of the Arid Sands arranged version is probably the best thing about Secret of Mana PS4. Period. Like I said earlier, it's just it crashed a lot and visually it didn't look too great. And yeah, I mean, like I should have expected that, seeing as how it was only like $30 when it came out. It was more or less a budget title. So yeah, if you want to play Secret of Mana, I recommend just getting the original version, or well, probably would cost a fortune if you just bought it on the Super Nintendo. It's probably like $200 something boxed now, but I recommend if you don't already have one, I recommend like seeking out a SNES Classic, and because Secret of Mana, the original Secret of Mana is on there, so that's probably their best bet. Other than if you don't already have a original Super Nintendo or you don't want to emulate it. Also, I think it was on the Wii Virtual Console, but the Wii Virtual Console's servers are dead, so you can't get it that way either. So, yeah, SNES Classic. That's the best. That's the easiest way to get it legally. But well, I was also going to talk about yeah, for my channel, I have a lot of you may have not have seen it. Well, some of you may have seen it, but a lot of you didn't see it who only follow the podcast. So I'm starting a new project. A video of it came. I put up a video for it probably about 2 months ago. It's called the Fatal Fury. Damn, I forgot the title of my own damn thing. Fatal Fury Retrospective. It's basically what I'm gonna be talking about each Fatal Fury game chronologically. Well, the canonical ones. I'll talk about the story of them. I'll talk about how those games were made. Just a bunch of just huge in-depth documentary style thing on them. Think of it like a Did You Know Gaming, but for Fatal Fury. I'm probably gonna the first episode probably won't go up for a while. It probably won't be up until like later in the year. I don't want to put a date out there just to say that like, hey, it's gonna be out this time, and then it doesn't actually come out. But the trailer is on my YouTube channel for it. But like I said, the very first episode probably won't come out for a while. Probably not until, like I said, this is tentative, so this could change. Probably not until September at the earliest. So there's that. Also this year, since I've been able to travel a lot more often, I've been entering a lot more fighting game tournaments lately. Like I said earlier, that I went to April Annihilation, which is in New Jersey, and I placed third in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Didn't do too great in Alpha 2 though. Alpha 2 kind of got scraped in that game, but I didn't really practice it. So my next stop is Combo Breaker 2019 in Chicago. I'm entering Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo again, and as well as the mystery game tournament, which I've always wanted to enter. I've wanted to enter that specific style of tournament since Combo Breaker was still called Ultimate Fighting Game Tournament, like years and years ago. All my old heads will know what I'm talking about when I say that. I'm also entering King of Fighters 14, which is probably the last King of Fighters 14 tournament I'm going to enter, because I'm kind of like, I'm super into Samurai Showdown now. Well, I always have been, but now that I know there's a scene for it, I've been playing Samurai Showdown 5 Special a lot, and I'm just gearing up for the new game when that comes out late June. So when that comes out, I'm probably just gonna make the jump from KOF 14 to that game. I mean, I still really like KOF 14, but I'm just kind of like, I think it ran its course. It had a 5-year run. Was it 5 years? It came out 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes. It had a 4-year run, is what I meant to say. And kind of done with it. I think my last hurrah will be in Chicago at Combo Breaker for KOF 14, because I like the game. I really enjoyed the game. It was my favorite fighting game for a long time. But like I said, like, it's ran its course. I'm getting a little burnt out of it now. Like, I want to play other stuff. So like that's where I am for that game. And I'm gonna be there, and then following that, I'm gonna be at CEO, aka Community Effort Orlando, which isn't in Orlando anymore. Ironically, it's in Daytona now. It's in Florida. So I'm going to be there at the end of June. And then I'm going to defend the North in July, which is in New York. I'm probably going to enter Super Turbo again. And apparently the new Samurai Showdown is going to be there. So that's going to be rad. And then finally, in August, I'm going to Summer Jam, which is like my favorite Big E event. So I'm going to be there. Don't know if I'm going to enter yet. Probably Super Turbo. Probably Samurai Showdown. Who knows? That's me for now. Let's play 2 more songs. Well, no, there's more songs. I forgot about tell me if you guys have heard of Zero Divide, that fighting game franchise. There's 2 games. I don't know who developed that series, but like I watched videos of it, and it looks like Virtua Fighter 2 but with robots. Like, I swear one of the robots is just doing Akira's moves from Virtua Fighter. And another robot's just doing Pai-chan's moves from Virtua Fighter. Another one's just doing Kage stuff. It looks like they just stole the engine from Virtua Fighter. I don't want to point any fingers or anything, but it's a little suspect. That's all I'm saying. But the point is, like the Virtua Fighter franchise, Zero Divide has really awesome music. Especially Zero Divide 2. It's phenomenal music. I actually listened to it for the first time a month ago, and I was like, I should play this on the sound test. It deserves it. So, I'm going to play my 3 favorite songs from Zero Divide 2. Mirror Image, Alaska, and Fascination. Those aren't Japanese words, so I can pronounce them. I'm going to play those 3 in that order. I swear it'll be in that order this time. But those songs are awesome, and you'll get to hear them right now. Out of those three, I would have to say by far, Mirror Image is my favorite. Not to say that Alaska and Fascination aren't awesome songs, but they super are. But Mirror Image is my favorite out of those three. Definitely. But I recommend listening to that entire soundtrack because all of it's good. Specifically 2. 1 had some decent songs, but like 2 is just phenomenal. Zero Divide 2 OST is just... It's like between an A and A+. That's what the difference between Zero Divide 1 and 2 soundtrack is. That's just that extra mile, you know? So, I'm gonna say that's the end of this episode. We're gonna wrap it up here. But don't forget, never forget. In fact, let me just plug my sites first before I do anything stupid. What's going on? youtube.com/CJBLOGMAN, Blogman. What's happening over there? We're still playing through Freedom Planet. And older sound test episodes are being uploaded like probably every few weeks. We're still playing Jump Force for the Battle Archives, and we're gonna play like I upload 2 Battle Archives at once, by the way. So we're still playing through Jump Force. That's gonna wrap up soon. The next one for the other ones outside of that is Samurai Showdown 2 is gonna go up next. We're playing through most of the Samurai Showdown games in preparation for the new one coming out. There's going to be more Weekend Whatever stream stuff. There's going to be more talking about nothing stuff. What else? On the stream, this is going to be dated by the time this comes out, but on the Weekend Whatever stream itself, twitch.tv/Chazmosis, we're going to be playing Mortal Kombat 11 story mode. I've only played Mortal Kombat 11. I've owned the game since it came out, but I've only played it for about maybe an hour. So that should be fun. And I have no idea. I haven't seen the story for myself, so I haven't spoiled myself on anything. So that should be interesting, I guess. It's probably gonna be a dumpster fire. We're probably not gonna finish it in one stream. In fact, I can tell you right now that's not gonna happen. So check us out when we go live Sunday night on twitch.tv/Chazmosis around between 7 and 9 o'clock. We usually go on around that time. It's never set in stone. We're not ones for planning. I'll put it that way. We don't have a schedule. We just kind of go on when we decide to. What else is there to talk about? There's the main site, otakugamerspot.com, which just has all the same videos that the youtube.com/CJ Blogman has. So it's basically just a hub for all the YouTube videos now, and the podcast. And if you want to go to the podcast, if you want to listen to the podcast outside of the YouTube channel, which is far behind, like I just uploaded episode 6, which I recorded 2 years ago on the YouTube channel. But like, if you want to be up to date with the podcast, you can go to soundcloud.com/Chazmosis410. That's the main hub for it, and it's also on Google Play and iTunes and Stitcher. And people are complaining like, why don't you put it on Spotify? I'm working on it. It'll be there soon. I don't know when, but soon. We'll get Spotify on there, but I have everything else. It's on Google Play, it's on iTunes, it's on SoundCloud, it's on Stitcher. We recently got Stitcher on board, so there's that. And I think that's an episode. But never forget that Gangsta's Paradise is now canon with Sonic the Hedgehog. Never forget. So to wrap up, I'm going to play 2 final songs. I'm going to play the song called Teamwork by Michael Staple. You may all know him as Maxi Demand on YouTube and on everything else, but his real name is Michael Staple. He composed a song called Teamwork, which is for a Sonic Chaos fan remake that came out like maybe a few months ago. I'm not sure if that full game ever came out, but that there's a demo for it, and the demo has this really dope song on it. So there's that, and then I wish I knew the person that composed this, but I'm just gonna call them MD Sonic. But they composed a Genesis/Mega Drive version of Gangsta's Paradise as a Sonic Zone. I'm gonna play those 2 songs back to back. Goodbye.